and right now I am outside of the gas station, and I'm having a little gas station therapy this morning. Just got me some coffee. Up thinking it's a little early this morning, so I'm actually got a couple things going on in my mind real quick. Um, Yesterday I actually laid it down kind of early. Just you ever had the times or the moments where you really just have to like regroup um, from your initial plan. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can have a plan and stuff can come along in the way, stress, drama, and just life, and you have to twerk your goals, your vision. So the last few days, man, you ever felt like you got the air knocked out of you, like literally, like you put everything together and then you think to yourself, like, man, have I made the wrong decision? Have I put myself in a compromising position? You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to just be realistic with yourself and be like, man, what is really going on? And one thing I have noticed about life, man, it's better to always have your own. Your own. It's better to always have your own. Where there's no eggshells, no loops you have to cross, no nothing you do was on your heart. You know what I mean? Because people can have expectations on who you are and cause the relationship to be a little stressful. You know what I mean? That's one thing I learned about relationships, man. People are who they are. And if you're gonna get into a relationship, you got to remember that people gonna be who they are. You can't change nobody. Either that person gonna be who you want them to be from the introduction, or they are not going to be. They're gonna be them. So you even gonna have to accept them, or you gonna move on. You know what I mean? But I have learned that in life, though, dealing with relationships and people, that you got to accept people for who they are, especially once they're older. You can't change nobody. You know, you can make someone, think certain things that they're around you. You know what I mean? Okay, I get how you like it. You know what I mean? That's cool. But as far as the core value of a person, nah, it's you who you are. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I had faced, man. Like the last few weeks, man, I really just been thinking about myself. Who I am, where I come from, where I done survived, where I'm going, where I'm at. You know what I mean? And sometimes, man, you get to those points and times in your life where you literally just standing still and you're just looking at things like, damn, did I put myself in a compromising situation? You know what I mean? Sometimes it feels like that, like when you can't be you, because it feels like you got shackles on you. And me doing the time that I did, man, being incarcerated, bro, that time affected me. Like, so when I get to feeling like that a lot, I'm gonna have to remove myself from the situation. Like I can't deal with that for a long period of time. Like I don't like unnecessary stress. We already got stress that we got to deal with from the man, from the system. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. So any stress that's not needed isn't worth it. You know what I mean? Like certain things can be fixed just by saying, "Hey, could you do that?" There's no reason to get stressed out about it. Just say, "Hey, could you do that?" And you see that, and or whatever the situation is. I just think that we have to be realistic when dealing with relationships and dealing with people and dealing with jobs and dealing with finances and dealing with our goals and what we're building, man. And everybody has a different agenda. You know what I mean? You have your vision of how you see things, and people have their vision on how they see things, and that's fine with me. But I remember a gentleman told me when I was locked up, and actually the last few days I've been thinking about it, because he was talking about expectations on people and how expectations on people can cause you to damage relationships, or separate relationships, or put a hindrance between them, you know what I mean, because of our expectations. And he was talking about how, you know, by having great expectations on other people, it causes you can put yourself in a situation where you can allow yourself to get angry or be mad because someone didn't do what you wanted to do, even if they didn't know that's what you want them to do. You know what I mean? So it's like, unconsciously, I want you to do this. Since you didn't do this, I'm mad now. And, it was just like some expectations are just unrealistic when you're dealing with people, but we don't understand that, though. It's just part of growing up. But now, here lately, the last few days, I've really been thinking about like expectations on people and what you expect from people and what people expect from you. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. In life, I just feel like you have your people that you want to look out for. You want to make sure it's safe. But at the end of the day, I'm going in the grave by myself. You're going by yourself. Whoever you got your expectations on is not going in that box with you. So, that being said, some expectations we need to have on ourselves. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with what it is. You know what I mean? I want to get better in certain things, but certain things about who you are is who you are. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. So I'm at peace with it. But I have noticed that, though, dealing with relationships and business and personal, people have expectations, and they can cause the relationship to go sideways, like, real quick. Like, I remember one time with me and my wife, we was having some issues, and literally the issues was I was having expectations. I was trying to get her to do something that just wasn't her. You know what I mean? And it wasn't nothing bad, but I was just trying to get her to hustle a certain way or do a certain thing. And it just wasn't her. It wasn't her setup. She was trying to do it, but it was stressing her out because that wasn't her element. It wasn't who she was. And then I couldn't get her to do what I wanted to do. And then it was causing our relationship to be real, like, kind of like having sand in your eyes, man. It just wasn't pleasure. It wasn't pleasure, you know what I mean? Until I sat back and I was like, you know what? This is who she is, and this is who I am. And I can't expect her to move like I move because she's not going to do that. You know what I mean? We was raised completely different. Everything's completely different. So by no means is she going to look at what I look at. And I'm not going to look at things the way she look at things. You know what I mean? But I get it now, though. But since I have came to peace with that, a while back, our relationship is a lot better because, it is what it is. I know that's who she is. Certain things, once you know, it's just, it's you accepting. It's this person, it's like putting everything on the scale. This is too much of something I can deal with. Some people you get with people, you say, no, what, I can't deal with this too much. Or it could be someone say, what, it is what it is. They got that little step when they walk, so to speak. You know what I mean? Everybody got something different, but you have to just literally come to peace with yourself and say, can I accept this or I cannot accept this? And that's how you gain your peace. And if it's something you can accept it. But to cause, to set a fire, though, to cause a fire that can burn a lot of stuff down over a small expectation that actually could have just been addressed, there's no reason for that. Like, just address that issue. You know what I mean? That's one thing I know. I'm not a mind reader, and I think in my own mind. And some people tend to think that you can read their mind, or you should feel a certain way, or this has been going on for generations. You need to be like this person. I'm not like them. I'll never be like them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period, man. And I'm cool with that. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, y'all don't even know. So I'm at the stage in my life now where I'm just assessing my position, where I'm at, where I'm going, what I'm trying to do. Some of the people are not going to agree with how I do things or with how you do things. It's just what it is. That's fine. But like I said again, can't nobody go to the grave for us, family. When it's our time to die, we gonna die. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not really messed up about trying to be someone else's life. I don't want to live nobody else's life. I don't want to be under their expectations. I want to do what I want to do until it's time for me to go. Between me and God, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? And I know that, karma is real, so I try my best to treat people right and do people fair, but unnecessary stress, family. Man, we got too much unnecessary stress already. We got COVID-19. We got pandemics. We got people not getting their money. I'm on the phone. We got people not doing nothing. I'm on the phone, bro. I can't talk to you. Go talk to somebody else, man. So, no, bye. These folks are a trip, man. See, I'm in the middle of conversations, man. Just come to my window, bugging me, asking me for something. And the trip, I'm gonna tell you about that. Now that I just had that situation, I'm like, damn. We face stuff like this all the time. Random people. You just have to just know that ain't what I'm on. You know what I mean? I can't stand somebody to do that, especially when you can tell that they own one. Like, man, get on. I'm not even gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But that stuff rub you wrong sometimes. You be in the middle of doing something, somebody come up on some BS. You could tell he was on some BS, you know. And he looking for something like, nah, man. Like, I don't, you know, some people, I don't know. Some stuff, man, that happen in life, bro, sometimes it just rub you wrong. You know what I mean? But I have realized one thing, though, in life. Life is too short for the drama, man. We got too much going on in life. Too much. To have any extra stress. Like, literally. We might not be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more and more I look at it, man, the more and more I'm humbled to say, man, things got to get better, family. You know what I mean? You look at the situation sometimes, man, in life, and you just be like, damn. But, you know what they say. Just start off with knowing better. Start off with knowing what the situation is. Once you know what the situation is, then you can fix the situation. So, I'm just coming to you live this morning, man. Doing a little venting. Had to get some coffee. Thinking. Got a small project to go do today. So I'm going to knock this little small project I got out this morning. Actually, from like 8 to 12. So I think I got an install to do. Or fabricate something, then install. So I'll be knowing more about it. I'll be filling you back in later. But like I said, I just wanted to talk to you today, man, this morning about just expectations and life and death, you know. You don't know how long we got. And sometimes, you know, I remember my mom, man, before she passed, she told my cousin, and I didn't know she said this, but she told my cousin she was tired. She had went through a lot, you know, she was tired, body tired. She was just beat down from the South, and she was like, cuz, I'm ready to go home. And he was like, I remember him telling me, he was like, man, cuz, don't be talking like that. You talking crazy. You know, don't be talking like that. You got a lot of life left in you. She was like, I'm tired, man. I'm ready. I'm tired. I'm done. My son had got out. I'm going through this. I'm ready. And my mom, she was at peace. You know, she died in her sleep. Hurt me. I feel like it was premature, you know, but she was ready. You know, when she first got sick, she was in the hospital for a while. So God allowed her to get healed in there, and she didn't die in that specific situation. But she got out from the hospital. I think she stayed out maybe a couple weeks before she passed. But she was able to visit everybody and see everybody, and then she passed at home in her bed. And, you know, I think about that sometimes because of what she was going through and the stuff that was on her mind and how sad she got. I don't know if sadness was a part of it too. You know, they say people die of a broken heart. You know what I mean? I don't know if sadness was a part of what my mom was going through. You know, but now that I think of it, I can see some sad. You know, she had plenty of reasons to be sad. You know what I mean? I just don't want to go out like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to go out like that. I want to live the best to my ability. I want to do all I can. I want to, you know, have less stress, less worry, less headaches, you know, just doing what I can with the system. Working the system the best as I can. You know, taking care of my family, just doing like just the normal stuff, man. I realized that I'm not the same person. I'm not the same Feniks that I was 5 years ago. You know what I mean? When I first struck out being independent, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not the same from 2016. Like, so much have changed since then, you know? And I'm just realizing, man, how life is, man, and how expectations, drama, stress sucks life out, man. Sucks life out. And sometimes you get to a situation where you just literally have to be still, and only certain things you could do is read or educate yourself or find new information to keep you going. But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. That's just focus on staying sane. You know what I mean? So I'm in a new area. Like I say, I can't say nothing bad about Columbus right now. Like I really, it's okay. I'm tell you one thing, family, it's way 100% better than Oklahoma City. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. So I only been here a small period of time, and I have done in 2 months what I have done here. I was there a year and didn't do it. You know what I mean? So in 2 months, a month, pretty much. So, sometimes you have to move around to make a better situation. But don't be naive to the truth though. Don't be naive to the fact when you got to switch it up. And it's gonna be uncomfortable. Change has never been a pleasantful thing, you know what I mean? It's always gonna cause some discomfort, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to come through and stop and talk. Like I said, I'm just venting randomly, you know what I mean? Doing the gas station therapy, Don't have nobody else up to talk to, so I'm talking to y'all. But it's just one of them things, man, where I'm just thinking about life and my next decision. I got to make some moves. And I've been kind of like trying to figure out what the best move to make, man, because I don't know how much long I got. And really, I don't know how long I got left in life. But however long I got, I don't want to live it stressed out. You know what I mean? So my goal is to try to make the best out of it. Y'all do the same. Hold on.